Ilia Topuria's coach tells Submission Radio that he doesn't expect Topuria to defend the 145-pound title again, as the weight cut has become too challenging. Instead, he anticipates Topuria moving to 155. He mentioned that Topuria is aiming to return in May with Charles Oliveira as a preferred opponent. If Oliveira is unavailable, Dustin Poirier is also another option they are considering. Both of those are very compelling matchups, very exciting and interesting, and Topuria would inject a lot more intrigue into the lightweight division. If Topuria vacates the featherweight title, a fight between Volkanovski and Lopez could be set up for the vacant belt. Topuria's coach also noted that Topuria walks around 187 pounds, so that's hard for him to cut down. It just doesn't feel, though, that Topuria weighs that much. He doesn't feel like a huge featherweight. Rafael Cerqueira is going to be taking on Modestas Bukauskas February 22nd in Seattle, Washington. Zabit's younger brother Hassan Magomedsharipov, who's 24 years old and 10-0, takes on Nathan Kelly January 25th at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai at Bellator's Road to Dubai Champion Series. This kind of goes in line with the Dagestan versus Russia theme in the main event between Usman Nurmagomedov and Paul Hughes. On the same night, Makhachev defends his UFC title and Umar Nurmagomedov vies for one. Usman Nurmagomedov defends his PFL belt a week later. This is father's plan, and the Nurmagomedovs could be the greatest family in combat sports, led by the late Abdul Manap Nurmagomedov. Hall of Fame? Absolutely. Arman Sarukian training with the only guy to ever beat Islam Makhachev, Adriano Martins, who knocked him out in 2015. Since that time, Martins won 1 fight and lost 5, and since that time, Makhachev has won 14 in a row, won and defended the UFC lightweight title 3 times. He's trying to make it 4 title defenses January 18th. Adriano Martins is fighting at AMC Fight Nights in Russia on the 27th of this month. His opponent is Alexander the Tiger Sarnovsky, who has a record of 41-9 and is a veteran of Bellator MMA. That's the official poster for the UFC 311 event. Besides the 2 title fights, you also got Prohajka Hill, interesting light heavyweight contest, Dariush Moicano in a lightweight contest, Holland versus DeRitter, Walker Gushkov, Talbot Barcelos, Almeida Spivak at heavyweight, and Zach Reese versus Cedric Dumas at middleweight. Sage Northcutt and One Championship recently parted ways, and according to Mike Bond of MMA Junkie, Sage has signed with the PFL, and he's going to start fighting for them next year. With One Championship, Sage only ended up fighting 2 times in 5 years. Hopefully he's more active with the PFL starting next year. Dana White says he wanted Clay Guida to retire after his loss over the weekend to Chase Hooper, but Guida says he's not retiring. He turned 43 the day after that fight. Some fighters who retired this year include Malcolm Gordon, Mark Madsen, Jamie Pickett, Tyson Pedro, Joanne Wood, and Jack Shore just announced his retirement. Former UFC fighter Staropoli fighting the Lazy King in Lyon in the PFL on Saturday. Hamzat Chimaev training at the MMA Live Gym in Dubai. He won't be getting the next title shot. It's going to Sean Strickland. Maybe he takes on the winner. Makhachev is a 2,000-1 favorite for his fight on Friday.
Putting my goal to become the best in the world in 125 division, and eventually, inshallah, we're gonna get this goal. It's always bumps on the road, and every man should face the challenge, and that's how man becomes stronger mentally and physically after every challenge.
Hector Lombard tells me the first guy he wants to fight in the GFL is Tyron Woodley. Regarding Randy Brown calling him a bum despite losing to him, Brian Battle just says, bless his heart. Tracy Cortez celebrating her 31st birthday in Brazil. UFC wanted her fight this weekend against Miranda Maverick, but Tracy got surgery, so Jamie Lynn Horth fights Maverick. Invicta doing a show in Atlanta on Friday. Undefeated Andre Lima takes on Daniel Barres March 15th in Las Vegas. Undefeated Nurullo Aliyev takes on Yanel Ashmus on January 11th. For his UFC debut, Aliyev's fans in Tajikistan filled up the Dushanbe Central Stadium to watch his fight on the screen. Former UFC fighter Nate Maness won his BKFC debut, so now he's 1-0 in that sport. JP Buys hasn't fought in MMA since being cut by the UFC last year, but he's succeeding in the grappling realm. Bogdan Gushkov looking for a different gym to train at besides Extreme Couture because Johnny Walker trains there and he's fighting Johnny Walker next month. But Gushkov does train with Johnny Walker's brother, who wishes him good luck against his brother. On the PFL card on Saturday, Lewis McGrillen takes on Alexander Luster. McGrillen was arguably in the fight of the year in September, where he took on Dean Garnett, and there was 14 knockdowns in that fight, the final one being a knockout for McGrillen. Weight classes for the new GFL Global Fight League. For the men, heavyweight is 226 pounds and above, light heavyweight is 225 pounds, middleweight 200 pounds, welterweight 180 pounds, lightweight 165, featherweight 155, bantamweight 145. And for the woman, bantamweight 140 pounds, featherweight 130 pounds, and strawweight is 120 pounds. We want Tank Abbott and Mark Coleman to join the GFL. Too young. I'm 49. If I start MMA now, I might make it to the GFL in a couple years. GFL's run by Jake Paul to find new opponents. Albert Bahamondes, the younger brother of Ignacio Bahamondes, is 5-0, and he's only 16 years old, and he's fighting January 23rd next. He's been fighting in Colombia and Chile. He fought one time as a 14-year-old, 3 times as a 15-year-old, including in May of this year where he beat a 29-year-old. And his last fight was in September, and he won via armbar. His brother Ignacio Bahamondes is coming off a victory in September where he beat Manuel Torres. Alexei Popin says he's happy that he didn't have to cut any weight for this heavyweight contest against Greg Hardy. It's a boxing match, and it's in Russia on Friday.
72 hours that I've been fasting. I don't feel that bad. I thought I was going to feel hungry. I thought I was going to feel angry or whatever, but I'm actually in a pretty damn good mood. I'm going to try to go for 86. So, sleeping is going to be the hardest part for me. But I'm happy they got Fortnite. So, all my boys hop on. We go run it all night. And, first time fasting, 86 hours. Only water, electrolytes, and black coffee. 86 hours total. Almost there.
Have a nice day, guys.